Yo, the military has the most powerful weapon and nobody is paying attention to it. How could you not? Like, legit, this weapon will not only set you apart, but honestly, it will put you so far ahead of everyone else. Man, I'm finna let you know what's up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Military Bred, where we talk to military people and discuss military things. I'm your host, Patrick Montgomery, aka Mont. And if this is your first time tuning in to the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. Click the bell notification to be notified whenever new content is being uploaded. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Man, it's my mimosa day, but I ain't drinking no mimosa. We drinking champagne, but man, besides that, man, let's get into it. So many people look at the military and don't really, honestly, think of the things that the military really set in front of us. Like, the military really be trying to set us up to win, but oftentimes we don't even pay attention to it because we're so distracted by everything that's going on. And not only that, a lot of times we just don't want to listen simply because of how we was raised. We feel like, all right, the military's out to get me. I can't take nothing from them because at the same time, you know, they don't like me. They don't want me to succeed. But they giving you the tools necessary, not only to be better, but to honestly change your life. And a lot of people don't pay attention to it. But the weapon that I can honestly say that the military gives everybody from the time that you step in from AIT or whatever, honestly, I think you get a piece of it in basic training, is resiliency. Resiliency is one of the biggest keys to life, and people are just totally disregarding it. And I don't understand how, because if you don't know resiliency is pretty much being able to bounce back from anything that happens in your life. It's going to be trauma, different things or whatever. But instead of allowing it to bog you down, you decide to continue to move forward, reaching ahead. But why resiliency is so, honestly, one of the strongest weapons I will honestly say is known to man is because it's so many things that's going to happen in our lives. Is that going to affect us, and it's going to cause you to honestly to trip, to fall, and honestly to captivate you to a point of where you can't even continue to move forward. But I'm telling you that resiliency will help you make it through. And one thing I understand with the military is that from the time I got in, we had trainings on resiliency. I think it was like almost an every year thing, master resiliency training. This training, honestly, it came off to me then when I was in the military, like when I was in AIT or whatever. I honestly totally disregarded it because I was like, I ain't really focused on this. I'm ready to, get out of this class or whatever and go do whatever I want to do or whatever. But in all actuality, this class was needed. This class was pretty much telling you how to be able to bounce back when stuff like that were to happen. Learn to hunt the good stuff and continue to move forward. But I didn't think about it then. I didn't know how important it was then because, again, my young mindset. But you really need to pay attention to being resilient because, again, things are going to happen in life. Things are going to happen regardless, especially in the military. Like, it's going to be different things that happen. You end up having to get deployed and you just had a child like just maybe a week or two ago and you still got to get deployed. You got to go to the field or whatever, and you don't want to really go to the field because your mama's sick, your daddy's sick or whatever. It's going to be times where they honestly totally piss you off. It's going to be times where you get that Article 15 and you feel like you don't even deserve it. And you feel like, honestly, like they were stabbing you in the back because you had enough facts that should have held you back from getting Article 15, but you still did. And I'm speaking from a hurt low key, but I kid you not, being resilient, it changed my life forever. Honestly, even outside of the military, like when I got out of the military, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, honestly. But when I started getting my hands dabbled in whatever into entrepreneur, I started realizing like this is something that I honestly can see myself doing for quite some time or whatever. But it was different things that happened that honestly detoured me, that made me like, yo, man, do I really want to continue to put myself through? Do I want to continue to stretch myself? But I can honestly say everything that contributed to me continue to push forward was me being resilient. Even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur and you decide that you want to go to a 9-to-5 or whatever, being able to be resilient is going to set you aside, because you're not getting bogged down by the small things. You're not getting tripped up by things that's happening or whatever in a company. You understand, like, I got to keep moving. I can't stop. And I oftentimes, again, the normal person, when they're faced with adversity, the first thing they do is quit, pick up, and run. Run away from it. Get away from it as far as you can. But when you learn resiliency, it teaches you to continue to press forward to the end. Focus on your end goal and continue to push until you get it. You need resiliency above all things. I feel like it's the strongest weapon that the military has, and so many people look over. Because when you learn to master yourself, when you're able to tell your mind, I understand that you might be going through it right now, but I need you to get through this. I need to get through this. I need to do it. But if you're not going to do that, and you continue to pick up and quit every time things get hard, you will never make it nowhere in life. You can't make it nowhere in life. How can you make it somewhere in every single time that you hit with something? First thing you think about doing is quit. The first thing you do is quit. All right, I'm gonna just quit this and jump to something else. It's not gonna get you nowhere. But again, if you don't have resiliency, I'll give you one of my biggest stories or whatever. I honestly will say it, because it changed my life, honestly, is when I got diagnosed with a kidney disease. I was like, yo, when I got the news, I was like, dude, what? Like, I'm this young and I gotta go through this? Like, what can I do? But at the same time, when I got this news, I understood, like, all right, yeah, I teared up a bit, because I mean, who wouldn't tear up after you find out you got something? But when I got the news, yeah, I shed these tears or whatever. But the first thing that came on my mind is, I gotta do something about it. I'm not gonna lay here and take it, but I'm gonna continue to find a way. I'm gonna push through this. I'm gonna win. When you can tell your mind that in the middle of adversity, now you're showing that you are the true pilot of your mind. And if you're not the pilot of your mind and you allow other things to shake you off track, you're not in control. Resiliency makes you be in control of what your environment is. But with that being said, that's what I wanted to give you guys today. Think about it. And honestly, I really want to get your feedback on this. I want to hear your thoughts. Tell me what you think about the whole. Do you feel like resiliency is really a powerful weapon? Do you feel like resiliency is something that's really needed? Or do you feel like, it's just, again, it's another word. It's something, unnecessary, and you shouldn't waste your brain power or energy to even focus on it? But let me know. Let me know in the comments or whatever, because I want to hear you guys' feedback or whatever. But with that being said, hey, till next time, hey, military Bred, y'all. Let's see.